first will honor the United States flag. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible.
Now Dr. Harper will lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to gather in a free community to make decisions for our students and our families. Let our finance people understand and feel the appreciation we have for balancing the budget and making those hard decisions that somebody has to make and it falls into their lap. Please let our special guest know the blessing that she has given to others throughout the years and that she truly does touch the future, and let her know and feel that her impact carries forward. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Hornet Legends, Dr. Pollard.
Well, we've got a special guest tonight, Lyra Lamb. We don't have too many Hornet Legends, but we've accumulated maybe about 20, maybe. And so it's, we hope, a great honor to be named a Hornet Legend, and Lyra definitely is one. And so Calvin Ford couldn't be here tonight, and he begged me to make sure that Mackenzie's videotaping it, and then he wrote you a little note that I'll read also and give you the note as well so you'll have it. But I look back, Lyra, in your file and kind of pieced together all of your history, your career here, and it looked like you graduated with your degree in 1960, a business degree, and then received her high school teaching certification that same year, and her first year of teaching was at Flat ISD, 1960, 1961. And then there was this big gap, I think, when you were raising 2 kids. And so Lyra took time to raise a family, and then she received her elementary teaching certification in 1977. So I think that year in Flat, you taught older kids, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. That same year, she returned to the profession as a 3rd grade teacher at Gatesville ISD. And then for the next 23 years, Miss Lamb would teach 4th grade before retiring in the spring of 2001. And so I think you had Calvin a little bit of his 3rd grade year, and then all 4th grade. And so he's one of your, he's a big favorite fan of you.
That was my first year at
First year.
Gatesville.
That's it.
He was in that class, and there were 31 kids.
Well,
I could hardly walk between the desks.
yes.
And you came back the next year.
I think my brother Jared Donahue might have been in that class, and so my mom pulled that picture, and I thought, man, there are so many kids in there, and because now we cap it at like 22, maybe 25 at the most, but yeah, 30, 31, you said?
I think that.
I think you're right, yeah, and you live to tell about it. That's great. It's also important to note that Lyra earned her master's degree in education in 1979. During her 25-year career, Miss Lamb was a favorite of students and staff alike. Mr. Ament said that you got tons of requests from parents wanting their children in your classroom. In some of your evaluations, Principal Don Edwards wrote, Miss Lamb's an asset to our staff. It's a pleasure to have her teaching for us. She's a professional and extremely interested in her job and students. She gives her students much individual help and gives a great deal of praise. She's always positive and caring about her students. And then Principal Charles Ament wrote, Miss Lamb communicates really well. She does an especially nice job with her team as grade level chair. Lyra always maintains a courteous environment where she frequently reminds students of how well they are doing. Excellent TOS scores as a result. The old TOS test from years ago. And so Calvin wrote, there are those who view life as a spectator, and then there are those who make things happen. You made beautiful things happen to those who were around you. I was so blessed to have you a little bit of my 3rd grade year and was honored to have you the entire year of my 4th grade year. I've been blessed to have many outstanding teachers in Gatesville ISD, and I was blessed to have the best in you. You were so sweet, soft-spoken, and caring. You made such an impression and impact on me. I appreciate you, and I'm so sorry I could not be there to give you a great big hug. You deserve the honor. I love you for free, and there's nothing you can do about it. Your favorite all-time student, Calvin Ford. Well, Lyra, you're definitely deserving of being a Hornet legend for all those reasons. We're so proud to be able to honor you tonight. And this was a great meeting to do it because we know you don't like huge crowds. And so this last meeting in August is usually pretty small. Usually it's cram-packed with kids and things. And so we thought this would be a good time to honor you. So we want to get your picture for the paper. So David, where do you want us to stand? And let's give Miss Lamb a round of applause.
Lyra, do you have any comments?
Well.
Yeah, go ahead, Lyra.
I'm very thankful for this. This is quite an honor.
Yeah.
It's kind of emotional.
Yes. Did those 25 years go by in a hurry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been retired, I guess, since 2001.
So you've almost been retired as long. Yeah. Well, you deserve a good break. You earned it.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. I appreciate. I think I know everybody up here. Just about.
Yeah.
I was one of your students also. You're a wonderful
Yeah, I
teacher.
thought so.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't remember which.
Cheyenne.
Oh, what year? Oh my gosh. I'm not either.
Yeah, I'm thinking I could.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Lyra, we'll get your picture up here. Yeah. You'll be in the paper and on Facebook. You'll be famous.
See.
And we don't have to travel real far
Oh, good.
to take.
Well, I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
Just give her your arm.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
Is this okay? right?
Yeah, this is perfect. Perfect.
Okay, count of three, 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna make a lot of them. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Here's your certificate. Guys, y'all want any other pictures or anything? Y'all can take a group family picture if you want anything. Just- Y'all have the whole crew here tonight. Better take a picture while you can.
Yes, both my children.
Yes.
Couple of
Grandkids, yes.
One and only. That's all right.
Great grandchild, man.
And she's really flat too.
I cannot take a picture, but I'm gonna do my best. All right, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yay. Thank y'all. Yeah, yeah. And y'all can stay if you want to.
We'll go get something.
That's right, yeah,
She was special.
We have one information item tonight, and it's Ricky Williams presenting Spur Chevrolet.
Phyllis. I was like, who's Ricky Williams?
That reference to the Longhorn running back?
That's right.
I'll take that in a good way. I know we're all thinking about Texas, Ohio State.
Did I say Ricky Williams?
It's okay, it's okay.
You've got your mind.
I got Longhorns on my mind. My wife today said, I think you should go get one of the Christmas trees and put it up, because I have a Longhorn Christmas tree.
Yeah,
I thought, a Christmas tree? So I got it out.
good.
I hope it's a good year. I'll have to put it back away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here just to kind of follow up. We have a new scoreboard coming to Tommy Davidson Field at McCamey Stadium, and Spur Chevrolet GMC footed the entire $43,000 for that. And so it's part of a 10-year agreement with them, and they didn't ask for a lot. We've been promoting them on our social media threads. When the scoreboard comes in, we're hoping late September, possibly, but we'll take a photograph down there that night, make it a big deal. The good thing about what Spur did for us for football is they get a big advertising board, but we also, football gets to sell 3 other smaller ones, so they get to generate some revenue for their program as well. So that was very nice of them. So if you see anybody at Spur, Stephen Hennon is, and they've given us probably over the years now with that around $75,000 in sponsorship, scoreboards and different things through our program. So and that's just on the athletic side. And I know they do plenty of stuff for academics and extracurriculars. So we're very appreciative of them. So That should be here, we hope, the end of September. Get that new one put up, ready to go.
Does it have some pretty neat features?
Well, it's LED, and it's not going to blink on and off, and I think that's a win.
Yeah.
It's being honest.
Yeah.
And there'll be a Hornet on there as well too, so it'll be all right. It'll be pretty nice.
What's the status of our Bobby Hodge run-through thing?
We got it here.
Oh, okay, so it's ready
It's
to go.
back. It's been repaired. It's good to go.
Wonderful.
You'll see it Friday night.
I can't wait.
You'll see it Friday
It's one of the
night.
biggest in Texas, I think.
Yes, it's big. Yeah, but just kind of wanted to update you on that and look for that in about 4 or 5 weeks out the stadium.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Innovative courses, this is action.
The high school is always trying to improve their CCMR, college, career, and military readiness, and part of that is getting some industry-based certifications, and so they look for courses to tie in with what we already do. And there's an innovative course, which means there's not a curriculum tied to it, so we have to find resources for it, and that's why you have to approve it, because it's an innovative course. And this is our Sports Entertainment and Marketing 2 course. We already do the Sports Entertainment and Marketing 1 course, so this is an extension, and that allows them to get that industry-based certification so that they have that for the CCMR points, and also the students have something to leave with, another certification they can leave high school with. And so the recommendation is to approve the Sports and Entertainment Marketing 2 course, which is to be taught by Michael Hallman at the high school. It's part of our CTE college, not college, our career and technology education program.
Any questions? Do I hear a motion to accept? Linda, second. Okay, Mary. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Thank you.
All right. Alternative to attendance taking time.
Yeah, we gotta tweak this one more time. So the kids that go to Temple College, they're keeping them later there at Temple. And so they don't get out until 12:35 every day. And originally we were gonna take their attendance at like 1:15. Well, they can't get back in time. And so, and they're going all the way to main campus. So it's a pretty long drive. And so we talked it over with high school, and we'd like to take their attendance at 2:10. That way they don't have to rush, get in an accident. We want them to drive safely back, not rush, and then take attendance when they get there. So my recommendation would be the official attendance taking time for the morning Texas Bioscience Institute kids that go to TC, it would be 2:10 for this school year. Take their attendance at 2:10.
Any questions?
So they have courses, a couple of classes after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd have to-
Or they'll do like a practicum or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But the lion's share of their courses are there at the college.
Uh-huh.
So.
Any others? Do I hear a motion? Okay, Cheyenne, and seconded by Charles. All in favor? Final budget amendment.
Well, I have never missed Daryl so much as I have in the last couple weeks trying to get all this put together. Oh my goodness, I think I've aged 2 years in the last 2 weeks. Okay, the first thing I have, because I have a whole bunch of stuff, is the final budget amendments for this school year. And so in this packet, everything we're going to talk about mostly is in this packet tonight. And so these final budgets is just money I needed to move around where we had overspent in some functions and underspent in others, and kind of average it out is what that first page is. So that is just money that was already in the budget that we just moved around to different places. If you turn and you look at the second page, we earned more revenue than we budgeted for because of our good attendance, basically. So about $600,000. And so we used it though. And so that second page shows where we spent the additional money that we earned. That wasn't previously in our revenue, but it turned out to be there. So some big ticket items that went over this year was maintenance. And a lot of that is because our utilities skyrocketed, and we spent probably $100,000 to $200,000 more on utilities than we budgeted for. So that's your water, your electric, your gas, and your trash. So I'm really glad that we had the additional revenue come in, because that was able to take care of that. The other thing that cost us a lot of money is our payroll went over a little bit, but that is primarily because we offered a 13th paycheck to new employees so that they could get paid in August. And then we had to enter that $8,000 extra for the teachers. All of our coaches started in this school year. So we had to make up the difference for the 8,000 and we haven't been paid for it yet. But we will get paid for it, we just won't get paid for it till next fiscal year. And so I think that's why, mostly why our payroll went over. So if you look at the third page that looks like this with the blue, that's our budget in a nutshell for this year as we finalize it out. You can see at the top where we brought in additional revenue and where some revenue did not come in. That federal programs revenue, that's down $305,000. That's because we didn't get the Medicaid money that we were expecting to get. But you can see that we made $650,000 more from the state. And then the two things underneath there, those are your fund balance things that y'all approved that we used TRE money for and for the perimeter fence. So the second half is all of our appropriations. So when you get down to the bottom, you can see we had basically $20,000 left in our budget. And that is including me holding some back for utilities for next month. Because we tried to get everything paid. We paid all the way up to noon today before we ran our numbers, trying to make sure we had what we needed for y'all. So that is the final amended budget that I just need y'all to approve. Do you have any questions on it?
Do I hear a motion to accept that? Okay, Charles. A second. Lloyd, all in favor? And it passes. Final amendment.
Oh, that's the one I just showed you. I did them all at one time. I'm sorry, Charles.
All right, operating budget,
Oh,
25, 26.
Okay, so then this is our new budget, and it has not hardly changed from when I showed it to you 3 or 4 weeks ago. We are expecting to bring in about 38 million, 38.6 million, and right now we have our budget set at 37.7 million. And so it shows that we have an 871,000 surplus, but that is really mostly in debt service. Remember last year we paid an extra 500,000 because we had extra money in our bonds. Most of that 800,000 is in that, is located in that. So I'm hoping if that goes well, because our taxes have gone down for this next year, that we might be able to do an extra payment with that. We can't use that for our operating budget. So when you see that we have a surplus of 871,000, that's really all debt service. We have ran our budget as close as we can to what it was, and we spent it primarily all in payroll. We did put a little bit more money in for utilities since we went way over in utilities, but we kept everything else about the same or cut where we could so that we could do that. So if you, those first 3 or 4 pages are the ones that we looked at last year, last time, that just show it in depth, in detail. But you can go to that other blue one and it shows you the summary, again, like we did, like we just saw. So you can see our money coming in at the top, and then you can see our appropriations, what we expect to spend at the bottom with that 800,000 surplus. But again, that is going to be primarily our bond, extra bond money that we can't touch, except for to pay an extra bond payment. Questions, thoughts?
Leanne was in an online training the other day with about 300 other schools, and they polled those districts, and 57% of them were going to have a deficit budget this coming year, after all the hoopla about the state giving the money for the teachers and all that. See, it's still not worked itself out. And 72% of them had decreased enrollment. So see, the government strategy to, we gotta siphon off people from public school, it's working. It's working.
And Region 12 sent me an email this morning. They're trying to poll how many of their districts are in a deficit budget, and I think their percentage is higher. At least when I talked to them today, they were still waiting for some more to come in. And they asked me if we had a deficit budget, and I said, no, we balanced, but barely. I mean, it took everything we've got to balance.
Do Gatesville turn out to be losing kids?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes.
just like everybody else.
So,
Go
excuse me, you think that we'll put how much onto the payment?
The payment,
yeah.
right now, we have an $800,000 surplus.
But not
in
all of that.
there, but we wouldn't put all of that.
Right.
And because taxes are different this year, You know, I don't want to touch that right now. I want to wait and see how it comes out, but I think that we should be able to make some type of extra payment at the end of the
Okay,
year.
okay.
But right now, I kind of want to wait and see, make sure we still have that surplus in the debt service. when
But we
get to
did
the end.
500 last year.
We did 500,000
Yeah,
last year.
that's- okay.
500,000 extra.
I think we've done that for quite a few years.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure that
So
happens.
right now, it's still in there, and so I hope that we get to do that, but I wanted to wait and make sure that that's gonna continue to bring in the taxes like we expect it to.
Any further questions? Do I hear a motion that we adopt the 25-26 operating budget?
Let me do that.
Do what?
Let me do that one.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Make a motion.
All right, Mary Ann Lieb, do I hear a second? Yes, Charles Alderson. All in favor? And it does. Now, maintenance tax rate.
All right, so this is our maintenance and operation tax rate, and so it is set at the same thing that it was set at last year, and it's 0.6969. We do a survey with TEA, and TEA helps us set that, so that is what it came out to, and that is including our 3 golden pennies. So that is the same as last year. Any questions on that one?
Do I hear a motion that we accept the maintenance and operations tax rate? Okay, Cheyenne, a second. Charles? All in favor? Got it. Okay, sinking tax rate.
In interest in sinking tax rate, I have to tell you, I pulled out my notes with Daryl, and I had a note in real big caps. Do not change this, per Daryl Frazier, is what my note said. And so I
Yeah.
called Region 12 and I said, I don't think I'm changing this. And he said, check with your financial advisor. And so I called Brian Grubbs and he said, nope, that looks good. That will work for y'all coming forward and looking at your bond to do. So he said, leave your interest in sinking tax rate. So again, Frazier was right. And so we're just asking to continue it at 0.2. So I recommend that we approve it at that.
Any questions about that? Okay, I'm sorry, do I hear a motion? Lloyd, a second. Cheyenne, all in favor? All right, now ordinance.
All right, so this is us actually setting those tax rates now that we have chosen them, and so they have all those numbers in there. And this is just the ordinance that goes forward with our budget, with the money we expect to have, all the things we've just talked about, all put in there. The total valuation of our taxable property went down, of course, from last year, and it is now 1 million, actually 1,055 million. It's down 16%, but this is that decline due to that homestead exemption that was raised to 140,000. So there isn't anything in this tax ordinance that we haven't already talked about. So I recommend that we adopt it as is.
Questions? Do I hear a motion to accept the tax ordinance number 49? Okay, Lloyd, do I hear a second? Cheyenne? All in favor? It passes. All right, fund balance resolution for August 31st.
So this is one of those things that we recommend that commits and assigns our fund balance. And it is the same that we have always done, where we put $100,000 back for residential placement set aside. $500,000 is committed towards district property and casualty loss deductibles. $2 million is committed to offsetting potential future fluctuations in state aid funding or delays in August state aid payments. And that $500,000 be assigned for major capital acquisitions. So it's just those unassigned pieces or pieces of our fund balance that we want to assign to specific things. So I left it the way that Daryl has had it for several years. I think that's a good. We have not lost any money that I can tell. Our cash is about the same as it was last year.
At the September meeting, we'll know more from the architects about the different scenarios, like what will the turf cost? And I asked them for a la carte pricing. What would the baseball and softball cost? What would it cost if we just did the infield? So related to that, we probably need to, Leanne can talk to us about the fund balance of what money do you have to play with there to help, like with the auditorium or the turf or things that we were hoping to do, but initially we weren't able to, so.
Yeah, so this is the part of the fund balance that we like to assign. What we would use is our unassigned fund balance for things like that. And right now, or at the end of last year, we'll get a new audit, but at the end of last year, it was around 12 million. And that's pretty much the cash we still have just in the bank right now, so.
Okay, we have a request to do the fund balance resolution. Do I hear a motion to accept it? Okay, Linda, a second. Okay, Mary, all in favor? And it passes. Resolution for 54 assignment of campus activity funds.
Right, so our campus activities have their own checking accounts and their own fund balances. And this is just our ordinance that we have to do every year to say that we're going to allow them to keep their money in their bank accounts and in their fund balances. So we won't pull it into ours or anything. So I recommend that we accept that they are allowed to keep their money separate and in their own accounts.
Do I hear a motion to accept this? Mary Ann, a second. Linda, all in favor? Okay, it's 5:56. We're adjourned to executive session.
Mackenzie, are you good on all the motions? Those first two that kind of got lumped together, do we need to redo any of that, or are you good?
I don't know. How, can we say that they approved them both at the same time, or do you have to do each line item? I don't have a
Let's just
book.
do them just to make
Go
sure.
for it.
quick, and that makes it simple for you.
Yeah.
Let's just do them.
Yeah, so they approved the second one technically, so,
So the budget amendments is the one that,
yeah, isn't that right?
Mhm.
So of the first two, they technically approved the second one. So
Right.
let's go ahead and make the motion on the first one, which was.
the budget amendments to move the money back and forth and around.
That's
Cover
E.
everything.
7E, no wait, 7,
C.
C.
Yes, that one.
Do I hear a motion to accept the final budget amendments for 24-25? Cheyenne, a second. Linda, all in favor?
Thank y'all.
I feel like
5:57.
I can't
Mackenzie's